What is up, everybody? Cliff Ravenscraft here, coming to you live from Planet Fitness, hanging out on the Stairmaster. Uh-oh, somebody's just joined me next door, so I'm gonna go move somewhere else. Anyway, I'm wrapped up here anyway. Bear with me. Hold on one second, anyway, I just wrapped up. I finished 2 hours on the Stairmaster, burned over 1,100 calories. Had the total awesome privilege of spending the last hour doing a Facebook video messenger call with my great friend Mike Russell from the UK. Just wanted to catch up with him and chat, and had just an awesome time talking with him. So anyway, things are going great. I don't know if you saw my status message next to my live video, trying to throw away my sweaty towel. Anyway, see if I can sit down here on this little row machine. So I don't know if you saw my status message update, but I have a major win that I want to share. I am 45 years old right now, and for the first time in my life this week, I accomplished a major milestone. Well, for the first time, at least as far back as I can remember. I am no longer obese. I'm no longer obese. For the last at least 23 years of my life prior to this week, if I went into the doctor and looked into their medical records, it would say current medical conditions, and the only one that would be listed there would be obesity. But as of this week, that medical condition is stricken from the record, and it will never be back again. Now, I gotta tell you that indicator, that measurement is what's called BMI, body mass index. It's a ridiculous thing to focus on anyway. I'm absolutely convinced that I've not been obese. I've just been overweight for several months now. But now officially, if you calculate it by BMI, I am no longer considered obese. See, BMI only says how tall are you and how much do you weigh. How tall are you and how much do you weigh? And if your BMI score is 30 or more, then you are obese. And the reality is that you could have a very low body fat percentage, but if you're a strength trainer, which I've been doing strength training for 3.5 years, well, then you put on muscle. So over the past 3.5 years, I've burned over 100 pounds of body fat, but I've put on about 15 to 20 pounds of muscle, throughout my body, through my calves, my thighs, my glutes, my abs, my chest, my triceps, biceps. Muscle actually is more dense and weighs more than body fat, and I've added 15 to 20 pounds of body mass to my body through the process of strength training. But, BMI does not calculate any of that stuff. But it doesn't matter. The one thing I know is that, as far as I'm concerned, I still had lots of body fat to burn. So as far as I know, is when I look down and I take a handful of my belly that's down there, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm fine calling me obese. That's fine. But not anymore. No. Today I'm just overweight. And now BMI will tell you that I'm probably about 20 pounds overweight, maybe 25 pounds overweight. Nah, I'm probably about 10 pounds overweight. I have about 10 pounds of visceral fat that I can squeeze in my belly, and I'm going to take care of those 10 pounds probably within the next 10 to 15 days. They'll be gone. But it's incredibly awesome. I can't even begin to tell you guys. There's no way for me to share with you in a live video exactly what I look like before. You can go to mindsetanswerman.com/fitness, I think. Mindsetanswerman.com/fitness. And that should show you some before pictures. If that doesn't take you there, then go to mindsetanswerman.com/6 months, all spelled out, SIXMONTHS, 6 months. Either one of those should take you to the same post. It'll show you those pictures, and yeah, there's some before pictures there, and it will blow your mind when you consider the fact that today, I'll stand up here. It still blows my mind because I see myself in the mirror every now and then. But hold on, where is it? I think the mirroring thing is turned on here, and I hate what. How do I get a side profile? Yeah. I'm not obese anymore. I actually, when I look in the mirror, I'm like, dude, that guy's skinny. I mean, yes, technically overweight, but I'm skinny. I love it. I feel so good. It has been worth it. People have told me over the past several years, they say, Cliff, the stuff you're doing, it's not realistic. You know, making a commitment to working out 6 days a week, every week for the rest of your life, that is ridiculous. Nobody can hold themselves to that kind of standard. Nobody, you are setting yourself up for failure. You're just gonna gain it all back. You know, that's not sustainable. And I'm like, I don't care what you believe. I understand. You've been taught that. I've heard those things in the past before, but I'm changing what I believe. And well, for 3.5 years, I've worked out 6 days a week, every week. And I plan to do it for as long as I'm able to walk on this earth. I will work out 6 days a week, every week, for the rest of my life. And then, you know, see this guy behind me? Right, okay, so that it is definitely mirrored. Right there, that guy right there. See what he's on? That's the Stairmaster. That's my best friend. When I started working out, when I started this health journey in November 2014, I went to the gym, I hired a personal trainer, and I said, hey, I want to start strength training. He's like, awesome. And I'm not kidding you, this is what he had me do. He says, okay, I want you to stand up. And he says, see that seat right there? And I said, yeah. He goes, here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit down and stand up. Sit down and stand up. And seriously, that's all we did. And after about 8 minutes of that, the room started spinning. I was about ready to pass out. I was that out of shape. I mean, it's like unbelievable how out of shape I was. I had to go and drink a Powerade or something like that just to give me some energy so that it didn't pass out. That's how bad things were for me. And I just remember just some of the easiest exercises. I'm talking like, there were people in the gym who were doing things that it's like, normally I'm thinking, it's like, well, is that all you're really doing here? And then I hire a personal trainer and I'm like, I can't even do those things. And like, okay, no judgment here. I get it. I have no room to judge. I have a whole new respect for what it takes to be physically healthy and fit. And it took a lot. It took a lot. It took a lot for me to grow mentally in the space that I needed to grow, to realize how much I didn't know. And I didn't know how bad things were physically for me. I mean, I had the symptoms, I had some of the other stuff, like for example, if you look at my medical records, it now has, you know, it says current medical conditions, 0, because I just told you, we took obesity off the record, it's been stricken. But you know what else has been taken off? Hypertension, which is high blood pressure. I used to take lisinopril, which gave me sinus drainage, and it turned into sinus infections and bronchitis several times a year. It was awful. All of that was because of my weight. I also had GERD on the list. That's been stricken from the record. GERD is gastro and blah, 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 reflux disease. It's acid reflux. That's gone. I used to take medication for that. I don't need that anymore. So all of that stuff went away when I started to drop the pounds. And the interesting thing is that Stairmaster. Okay, so he got off the Stairmaster, but this lady, that lady there, all right, that lady there, she's on a Stairmaster. And I can tell you that I used to get on the Stairmaster. I'll never forget the very first time I got on the Stairmaster. My personal trainer put me on it. And he put it on level 6. And the ones here, they go all the way up to level 25. But he put it on level 6. And he says, Cliff, I want you to walk on this for 3 minutes. And I'm not kidding you. By about halfway through, I'm like, oh my gosh, can we turn it down a little? Can we slow it down? He's like, no, you got to stay, you ride this one out. And I'm like, okay. And I mean, after 3 minutes, I was dying. I mean, at least I thought I was. But that was my first experience. And then slowly I got to the place where I could do 15 minutes at level 6. And then I got up to level 10. I could do 15 minutes for level, all of that other stuff. But what I can tell you is I just finished a Stairmaster workout, 2 hours on the Stairmaster, minimum level 7 the entire time. And except for the 1 hour that I was talking to my friend Mike Russell, I was on level 10 or above. And I can, get this, I will routinely do high intensity interval training on the Stairmaster, and I'm at the place where I can do a 1-song interval. And a 1-song interval on Apple Music on my playlist is somewhere between 2.5 to about 3.5 or 4 minutes. I can do a 1-song interval on level 25. It's insane. It takes my heart rate all the way up to its maximum, but dude, I love it. And the endorphins that I feel, and you know what, I can do that off and on, up and down for 2 hours here at the gym. And I walk away and I'm not exhausted, I'm not tired, I'm not sore. I have more energy when I leave than when I first got here. Life is different today. And I just want to encourage you guys, if you don't, whatever it is that you want to do in life, ask yourself this question: what do I want out of life? And if that for you is a more physically fit body, then ask yourself, what would it take for me to be able to accomplish that? For me, it was getting some education, learning what it takes to be physically healthy and fit. It was hiring people to help me, to teach me how to do it without hurting myself. Hiring a personal trainer was something that was critical for me. Having a mentor who had already achieved massive success in this area, not somebody who's just learned how to take the weight off but has kept it off for years of his life. For me, that man was Ken Davis. He's now, I think he's in his mid-70s, and he's healthy as can be. I mean, the guy goes and does 20-mile bike rides on a routine basis several times a week. He works out 6 days a week, every week for the rest of his life. That's where I got the encouragement to make this commitment. So I had a mentor who encouraged me, gave me some insights. He gave me suggestions for commitments, and I followed them. And I went and hired a personal trainer who helped me come and learn how to use all this gear, not just the cardio machines, but all of the strength training stuff without hurting myself. And I just stuck with it. And the biggest thing isn't just all of the education and the accountability and the encouragement. I gotta tell you, the biggest thing is all up here. It's what we believe. It's our belief system. It's our mindset. And if you believe, for example, it's those last 15 pounds that are the hardest to drop. Somebody's lied to you. But if you believe it, it's true for you. You'll make it true. And I could go into great depth on that. But if you've been told that, hey, if you lose all this weight and you make lifestyle changes that are so drastic, it's not sustainable and you're gonna gain it all back. If you believe that, that is absolutely going to be your reality. That's why you need to get some people in your life that believe some different stuff. People who are living their lives according to a different belief system. All right? Don't take your advice from people who are not living out the lifestyle that you desire for yourself. Don't take financial advice from a guy who's in debt. Don't take weight loss advice for a guy who's obese. Don't take relationship advice from a guy who's been divorced 4 times. Don't take parenting advice from a parent that every one of their children are in prison. I mean, seriously. Find people who are already achieving success in the area of life that you want to achieve success in, and then go and find out how they did it and go and do the things they do. But it's not just doing what they're doing. You'll need to learn about the beliefs that they have, and you'll probably need to adopt some of those beliefs, because if you want to take different actions in life, you're going to have to change your thoughts and your emotions. And your thoughts and emotions that are repeated over and over again, those repeated thoughts that you have, those those habitual emotions that you have related to your daily thoughts, you know what? Repeating those things over and over again, that's what a belief is. And so whatever you believe is going to determine what actions you take. So where you are today, in your physical body, in your finances, in your career, it's all because of the actions you've taken up to this point, not your circumstances. We don't have any control. Well, we very rarely have control over the big circumstances in life, but we always have control over the actions we take as a result. But the actions we take as a result are always going to be determined based upon the belief system we have. So I gotta tell you, I encourage you, you wanna change your life physically? Make a commitment to work out 6 days a week, every week for the rest of your life. You wanna change your life physically? Give up sugar for the rest of your life. I said it, and I've done it. All right, I've gotta go. Stephanie's waiting for me. She's like, okay, 2 hours is enough, Cliff. We got other things to do today. I hope you guys are blessed and are able to dream big dreams and achieve those dreams by adopting new beliefs about who you are and what you're able to do in this world. All right, talk to you soon. If you want to find out how we can work together, head over to cliffravenscraft.com. Click that Work With Me tab. And by the way, there's not a page on there for mentoring one-on-one, but if you want to talk for an hour, email me, cliff@cliffravenscraft.com. Talk about how I can help you out with your belief system and get you on track to achieving the dreams that you have in life, whether it be health, fitness, career, whatever it is, relationship. We'll talk to you soon.